Hi, this is Kyle from Green Hat Local SEO, and today we are going over personal injury attorney SEO fails. So we are looking at regardlaw.com. They are personal injury and apparently business litigation attorneys over in Lexington, Kentucky. And this is interesting because usually with personal injury law, they stay in that little niche. I've done a ton of personal injury, ton of car accident law SEO. I've never in my life met one who does personal injury and business litigation. Which is going to provide some challenges because personal injury law and business litigation law are two different topics, two different vectors, two different ways you need to rank those. And oftentimes you're really only, when you have two different topics like this, you're really only going to rank one out of the two. So I'm going to go with personal injury law here because that makes the most money usually. Car accident law, personal injury law, all of that. So what's going on here is there are some big SEO fails going on. As you can see here, car accident lawyer near me, just in Lexington, Kentucky, which is not a major area. They are not ranking at all. They're not even ranking number one right at their location, on number two right here. And then you can see it heavily drops off right here. They're pretty much nowhere to be seen in the middle of the city. It goes from 2 to 18 to 20 plus, which means they could be spot 40 for all we know, right? Same thing for personal injury law, which is actually right over here. Number one where they are, cool, because it says personal injury attorney right here. It says personal injury right here, so they should be ranking number one. But again, pretty steep drop off once you get into the actual city of Lexington. They're ranking great out here. So when Billy Bob out in the sticks gets in a gunfight with his hillbilly neighbor, he can go ahead and call regard law, right? So what's going on here? It's pretty easy to tell why they're not ranking fucking anywhere, right? So Kentucky personal injury law, car accident lawyers. You're not going to rank in the entire state of Kentucky, right? Even if you do, nobody looks for Kentucky car accident lawyer, Kentucky personal injury lawyer. They all look for personal injury lawyer near me, car accident lawyer near me, or they look for one in their city. They're not going to drive 3 fucking hours to go find you just because you ranked for a Kentucky personal injury lawyer near me, right? So you need to rank in your city. This should be near me, Kentucky, or Lexington personal injury attorney, something like that, which is where you get all the leads. It's phone calls, right? Phone calls or people filling out form fills looking for somebody near them. And that's not going to happen when you're right here. And it's pretty obvious that their SEO isn't working because look at this, right? So what's going on here? Kentucky personal injury car accident lawyers, right? This is fine. So typically when you do your H1s, you do your title tags like this, you don't really want to put two different things in here. But car accident law and personal injury law are pretty closely on the vector, so that's fine. You can mention both those in the H1. Over here in the title, in the title here they have car accident lawyer, which is what you want. You could have car accident lawyer, regard law, and then personal injury lawyer at the end of the title tag. But here in the H1 is perfectly fine. However, the rest of this just kind of fucking sucks. Right? So Kentucky personal injury lawyer, car accident lawyer, off to a good start. If you've been injured in a car accident, you or someone in your vehicle has been injured, and look, come on, this is ridiculous. Nobody's going to read this. If you've been injured in a car accident, you or someone, which with a passive voice, right? You don't want something passive, right? People don't respond to that. So right away, not only does the SEO suck, but the copywriting sucks. The experts at Regard Law Group, our experienced Lexington lawyers, are dedicated to providing top-notch legal representation. This tells me right here, top-notch. If you ever read top-notch, you know this has been just copy and pasted from ChatGPT. So right away, their SEO agency is not even really trying, right? This is just copy-pasted ChatGPT bullshit. Schedule my consultation. I probably wouldn't put this way up here because people might not be ready yet. It might scare them off. I'd put something here like, read more or something, but put the actual schedule a consultation button down further once people have gotten to know you. It's just a little CRO on here, not really SEO, but we're not just here to rank people. We're trying to get them leads. Unfortunately, this SEO agency can't do either of those things. Car accident challenges. What the fuck? I'm looking for a car accident lawyer. I'm not looking at challenges, and Google knows this too. Why is car accident challenges way up here? Again, their SEO agency really isn't trying here. So one thing you have to remember is Google assumes that things that higher up on the page are more important, right? So when you are a car accident lawyer, you don't want to write about car accident challenges way up top here. There are certain things that everybody writes about Google and Google's looking for and people are expecting. This isn't it. And in a little bit, I'm going to show you a site that's ranking really well and doing SEO well. Car accident challenges. Navigating the aftermath of a car accident can be daunting, especially when dealing with insurance companies. Okay, again, like, one, this is not SEO friendly at all. I can guarantee you. This is, again, just copy and pasted ChatGPT bullshit that hasn't been written with Quora at all, has been written even with using something like Page Optimizer Pro. So when you're writing these, you have to understand higher up on the page is where all the important content should go. Yes, you do need it to be conversion focused, but at the same time, you need to have really heavy entity stuffed content up top. Entities are people, places, things, and concepts that Google completely understands. If you want to learn more about that, join our free Facebook group. We'll talk about all about that kind of shit in there. But this is, I can already tell this is not written with SEO in mind. On top of that, again, this does not make sense. If I'm a reader, this isn't helping me at all, and Google knows that too. I bet they have a pretty high bounce rate on these pages. So one thing you have to do when you're writing this is you need to figure out, okay, what do people need to know? They're in a car accident. They need to know, how do they get in contact with a lawyer, right? They need to know, do I have a case? What constitutes what constitutes an injury? What can I get compensation for? Can I get compensation for injuries? Can I get compensation for, property damage, like your vehicle, right? Things like that. Car accident challenges is not something that people need. Again, I'm talking a lot about conversion rate optimization here, CRO, but this is also an SEO part too, because if people go to your page, right, they don't see what they need, and then they hit the back button, that's called pogo sticking, and that is death for a page. It's death for a GBP, for a Google Business Profile, because what happens is Google will A/B test your pages higher, your Google Business Profile higher. That means it'll test you higher for a keyword. If somebody clicks on that, reads this bullshit, says, this site is fucked, they don't know what I need, I'm going to hit the back button and go back and choose somebody else. Well, guess what? We are then training Google that this site or this GBP is not relevant for that query, right? And then it gets demoted, and that other company who the person then clicked on gets promoted, right? And that's exactly what's going to be happening here. That's one of the reasons why they can't rank anywhere. Car accidents, medical care. If you were involved in a car accident and suspect that you or someone else has been injured, we encourage you to speak to. Again, this is obviously ChatGPT bullshit, which again tells me that they did not use a program, an on-page SEO program like Quora or Page Optimizer Pro, to get the actual entities that Google needs in order to understand the page. On-page SEO is probably the cheapest way to rank higher, especially if you're a personal injury lawyer or a car accident lawyer. If you do that right, you can spend a quarter of what your competitors are spending on backlinks and still rank higher in organic and in map rankings too, right? And because there's all this ChatGPT content that does not have the entities and stuff that Google's looking for, Google has a hard time understanding it. That's what's happening right here. This is why this cannot rank, because Google doesn't really understand the page. Google doesn't trust it. Google knows this is obviously AI content, and it's low quality AI content. And when that happens, Google loses trust in the entire site, and it makes it harder for the entire site to rank and get phone calls and leads. Here we go. Regard Law helps car accident victims with. See, this should be higher. This is what people want to read. You've already probably lost 50% of your readers at this point just with this obviously cut and pasted ChatGPT bullshit that's not helping anybody out at all, right? Car accident tips and information. Okay, cool. Some videos. Google can't really read videos on a page. Car accident lawyer FAQs. Oh, fuck, look at this. So this is probably a quarter to a third of the information that Google is expecting on a page and what readers are expecting. So right away, Google knows this is a low quality page with copy and paste of ChatGPT content. It's not answering the questions that readers want, and it's also not covering the knowledge graph that Google is expecting. So Google expects specific entities and specific subtopics to be on a page. And if it's not there, then Google's going to give this page a side eye and think, okay, well, if they can't even put effort into covering the topics that I need to in order to understand the page and that users need, then how can I trust that they're actually lawyers, right? And then it's gonna rank the site lower or the GBP lower, which is what's happening right here. So this page is actually really thin content that doesn't help anybody. This is a big SEO and CRO fail. I would be embarrassed if my team put this out here, because this is not helping users. It's not helping the client. It's not helping SEO at all. Another thing too is if you look at the backlinks. So they've got 3,600 backlinks, but only 51 referring domains, which means they probably just did some press releases or maybe even some forum posts. Backlinks are really important in car accident law, when trying to rank car accident lawyers, personal injury lawyers, because everybody else spends so much time, so much money on those. You literally need to spend, at least $1,000, maybe $2,000 per money page to get those ranked, especially, if you have really bad content like Regard Law does. So when I'm looking here, I'm seeing again, there we go. Again, really poor off-page SEO. They obviously did not put any effort into this. So we have citation, 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 scraper, citation, citation. This is the Chamber of Commerce. Yeah. So a whole bunch of citations, maybe a couple of web scrapers. What I don't see are any, and these are all going to the homepage, right? None of these are going to the pages that actually need to rank like this one. So what I'm not seeing here is any attempt at doing any link building. Now, that's not to say you need to spend all of your budget on link building, but you do need to spend part of it. So this page has there's one link going to this page, going to one of the money pages that they need to rank, right? Again, like off-page SEO for personal injury lawyers, car accident law, stuff like that is more expensive than most other industries. You do need to spend, I would expect to spend $1,000 of backlinks for this page. That's not to say you need to completely blow your wad on one guest post, because that doesn't work. Spending $1,000 on one killer guest post and expecting your GBP or your organic rankings to all of a sudden go to fucking number one is stupid. That's not how SEO works. You need to have a combination of powerful guest posts like that, sure, or even like mid to low power guest posts, but also you need to have referring domains. So that's why I said, hey, there's one referring domain to this page only. Really, you need to have, you need to be able to match the minimum referring domains with the people you are competing with. If the top three, are the top three in the map pack or in organic, the page you're competing against, the lowest one on there has 50 referring domains and the highest is 200, then you need to get at least 50 referring domains to that page. And I can tell you for sure, you're going to need at least 25 in something like this. At least 25 referring domains per page that you want to rank. And right here, the SEO company isn't doing dick for this, right? One referring domain, they're just buying citations and shooting them over to the homepage. It's not going to help anybody. This site has no chance at ranking because it has shitty ChatGPT copy and pasted content with no attempt at doing on-page SEO. This has not been run through Core. I don't even need to run it. I can already tell. Not run through Core, not run through Page Optimizer Pro. So it doesn't have any of the quadgrams that Google's looking for, nothing about the entities, nothing about related keywords or anything. And the content is also structured so poorly that you're already losing the reader's interest just right off the bat because you're not answering any reader's questions. So as it stands, this site is an SEO fail that is not going to rank. The GBP is not going to rank either. And how do I know what is going to rank and how do I know what Google is looking for? Well, one, I rank personal injury lawyers and car accident lawyers all day. That's my jam. But also, okay, well, Kyle, you're doing things in New York City, Los Angeles, shit like that. This isn't Lexington, Kentucky. Well, let's look at who is ranking number one for a car accident lawyer in Lexington, Kentucky. Oh, shit, look at all this content they put on here. Oh, fuck, look at this. You know what? This is exactly what Google needs. This is exactly what Google's looking for because this is what we have trained Google that is good SEO. Because remember, a lot of SEO is us training Google, us training the algorithms. And when people write more and more and more and longer content, that becomes the norm and that becomes the bar that you have to meet, unfortunately. So look at this. We have Lexington car accident lawyer. What is this? Kentucky personal injury. Kentucky. Fuck, come on. Seriously. Get your game together. Get your act together. Lexington car accident lawyer. Car crash training near me. Cool. Awesome. But look at this. A car accident can change your life. Not only, but look, this is active voice right here. This is what people want to see. Oh, look at this. Look at all this internal link. Do you see any internal linking here? No, because this SEO company does not know what they're doing, right? This SEO company does know what they're doing. Why should my lawyers, or why should Minervine's injury lawyers handle my car case? Awesome. You know what's great about this? This is a secret tactic that we use. One thing that you need to do when you are writing your pages is create unique content. If all you're doing is you're just copying the headers from everybody else and rewriting that content, putting it on your page, Google's not going to rank you because there's no information gain there. But if you put unique content at the top of the page, Google's going to recognize that, and Google is at the very least going to A/B test you higher. And if you A/B test higher and you get clicks, you're going to win even with shittier content or less links. And this is exactly how you do it. You don't do stupid bullshit like, oh, car accident challenges might be unique content, but readers don't fucking care, right? Readers do care about this. Hey, why should I hire you to be my lawyer? That is a question that you are going to be asking subconsciously as you're reading this. It's not answered over here. It's answered over here, right? So this is perfect. This is exactly how you do it. How much is my car accident case worth? Again, this is a header that should be on every single car accident and personal injury law page. What do I do if I've been in a car accident? Again, this should be on every single page. Get medical treatment. This is perfect. This is a perfectly SEO'd page. I can also tell just by reading it, I'm not going to run it because it's going to take too goddamn long, but I can tell this has been either done through, I think this has been done through something like Page Optimizer Pro. Let's see, types of compensation you can receive. This is exactly what you should be putting on these pages. If anybody wants to see an example of a really well done landing page for a car accident lawyer, mvmlaw.com is a great example for this. And that's why they're ranking #1 fucking everywhere, except down here. And this can be bumped up. Let me see right here. You can see this better. Except for down here, but this can be bumped up using backlinks. So they can literally just do some SEO Neo over the page, and they can bump this up to the map pack. I don't know that because I do this every single day. So this is really well done content. This is exactly you want to see it. And you see how much content is here, right? You see how much content, you see the internal linking. So this is good for Google because you're interlinking between related topics, and it's also good for users because they're going to be getting more information about what kind of compensation they can receive, what types of injuries are common, what kind of car accident, specific car accidents that this personal injury law firm covers. Whereas right here, you got fucking nothing. There's no place for anybody to go. This is bullshit. It pisses me off. It's so bad. Yeah, so this is a really, really well done page. You have lots of graphics, testimonials. Perfect. You know what else is great about this? Geo-relevance, local geo-relevance. This is something that is missing from a lot of pages. It's not nearly enough just to write about who you are and what you do, because Google is also looking for where do you serve. Because remember, if somebody types in the keyword or the query car accident lawyer near me, you have to break that down into 2 separate queries. Really, the implied query behind that is who is a car accident lawyer and who serves or is located near me. One of the best ways to show Google that is to put localized content on your page just like this. And this is great. Not only is this localized content, this is localized content, and these are entities highly related to car accidents and car accident law. This is a perfectly SEO'd on-page site. I wish I could find the SEO who did this and shake his hand. Lots of internal linking. I wouldn't really do this. A lot of external links here. This is kind of an older method. It's not hurting too much. It's just not optimal. But yeah, let's see if we can find out who did this. Man, this is great. TSEG, don't know who these guys are. I'll have to find out. But this is a perfectly SEO page, and this is why you can see the you can see the difference in quality between this page, right, and this bullshit. They're not even trying here. When you copy and paste ChatGPT and call it a day, you get rankings like this. However, if you actually put time and you know what you're doing, which this company doesn't really seem like they know what they're doing, when you actually put some time and effort into it and know what you're doing, you get results like this, right? So, I mean, yeah, that's about it for this video. There are some very, we'll call them some silver rules that this SEO company for Regard Law is not following. We'll call them golden rules that this SEO company for Regard Law is not following in SEO, and it's actively hurting their client, right? Whereas this company, mvmlaw.com, has a perfectly optimized page. I'm not even going to go into the GBP because I can, let's see, what kind of backlinks do these guys have? I bet they got a ton of backlinks too. Let me see. So this page has 36 referring domains, 30 referring domains. So like I said, I can guarantee you they're going to need at least 25 referring domains and like the 30 referring domains to this page according to Ahrefs, which is above the 25, which we know is the magic number. So they did everything properly. This is why they're ranking #1 in Lexington and why they aren't. You can see the stark difference between these two companies and the differences in their the quality of their SEO. So that's about it for this video. So on just a quick SEO audit on what this company is doing poorly and what this company is doing well. Really what it is you need to put effort into your content. For personal injury law, car accident law, you're probably writing between 6,000 and I'd say 8,000 words per page. We have one in the Bronx that's ranking in the map pack #1 organic. We've got almost 10,000 words in there. And you cannot just copy and paste ChatGPT. You have to optimize your content with software such as Quora or Page Optimizer Pro at the very least, so you're getting the you're getting the entity density that you need for Google to understand the page, and you're getting the backlinks to hop over any other competitors who might have the same amount of like on-page SEO you do, because backlinks are like the tiebreaker, right? So I just want to show this because this is a stark difference between SEO fail, what Regard Law is going through right now, and something that is actually working pretty well for MVM Law. So that's about it. Again, my name is Kyle Sabra from Green Hat Local SEO. If you want more information, join our free Facebook group. We do free until you rank SEO. So if you want free SEO, contact us. We'll rank your shit, and you won't have to pay until it gets ranked. So that's about it, and I'll talk to you guys later.